Bye. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, your daily cryptocurrency and blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. Look, it's going to be drinking. Look, it's going to be smoking. Look, it's going to be swearing. Look, you've been warned. So look, here I come. In 3, 2, 1. Bang! Welcome, everybody. Black, white, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, Jew. Welcome, everybody. My name is Shomari Clarke. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. The greatest show on earth. The greatest show. The multiverse. Greatest the daggone multiverse. You are now about to witness the greatness. Bang! You're welcome. All right, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day. All right, let's get down to some crypto talk. Look, all right, so we got to do a little house cleaning. You know how it is. We watch all the ETFs around these parts, all of them, when they apply, when they get denied, and all that shit. So we got to watch. We got one more here. Bitwise, again. Holy, how many have they applied for, right? Is this like not their 5th time? Well, their spot ETF application is being postponed. We'll talk about that. You know how that goes, guys. We're not really going to sit there and talk. But now, bang, Russia. Their finance ministry says that their crypto regs are coming within a month. Look, bang, bang. Look, and bang, bang, look. So we're going to talk about that. And then, now, you know shit's getting real when the big 4 auditing firms, are now gearing up to audit blockchain and crypto. Bang! I told you that. Of course you have to. They're going to have to, right? With companies. All right, we'll talk with, let me just say one little thing and then we'll get into it. With companies now putting crypto on their books and stuff, you have to account for that. Right? You got to pay taxes. You got to do this on it. Yeah, and now the auditing firms are getting ready worldwide, the top 4. All right. So we'll talk about that when we get there. I'll talk about that shit right now, daggone. So look, let me cut myself off and let's continue. And then we're going to do the shout-outs and the daily summary. Bang! As usual. So look, let's proceed how we proceed with a little bit of bang. And then we do a little bit of look. Bang. And then we do a little bit of refresh. Yeesh. Fuck. All right, refreshing. All right, price of Bitcoin, $36,493. And when I left you last time, we were at $38,481. Oh, when I left you yesterday. It's only been one day now. So we've gone down. $1,988. Down $1,988 in a 24-hour period. What else is new? Look. All right, top 10 of the day, brothers and sisters. You know who they are. Usual band of suspects. Usual band of daggone migrants. Look, top 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, USD Coin, Cardano, Solana, XRP, Terra, and Polkadot. All right, let's see what the market moves of the day are. Single this up, single this down. 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 Yeesh. The bloodbath continues. The bloodbath ensues. So if you missed last week's bloodbath, oh, don't worry, you didn't miss too much because we're back right here at it again. All right, single this up, single this down, single this up, single this down. All right. Let's see who lost money today. You know, we got to head over here to CoinGecko now. Let's see who lost money today. You see anything here you like, go get it because it's on sale, which is everything. Look, top 10 losers. Looks Rare, BitTorrent, Old, Synthetics Network Token, Flow, Convex Finance, Solana, FTX Token, Near, The Sandbox, and Arweave. Let's see who made money today. Bang. Top 10 gainers. Why isn't it showing the logos? Anyway, Juno, Quant, Hedera, Cosmos, Maker, Nexo, Osmosis, IOTA, Magic Internet Money, and Pax Dollar. All right. Let's see what the total market cap is. We were going. Yeah. All right. All right. Total market cap is $1.680 trillion. When I left you yesterday, we were at $1.687 trillion. So we've gone down $0.007 trillion. All right. Let's see what 24-hour volume is. Fuck. Pathetic. Fuck. I'm telling you right now, man. Right now. Like I said, man, don't expect shit till after March. Right? The Fed Reserve, right? They said, yeah, we're going to stop QE, right? And so if you noticed, I don't know if you actually watched it, which you should have. If you watched the Fed Reserve press conference after the announcement of the numbers, which was unchanged, right? They asked Mr. Powell, he's the chairman, right? They asked Fed Chair Powell, all right, well, how much are you going to raise interest? Because he said, we're going to raise it. QE's over. He said two things. QE's over, and we are now going to sell the stuff that's on our books, right? That's what quantitative easing is. The Federal Reserve is like a big customer buying stocks, bonds, whatever, right? And putting it on the government's books, on our books, right? Basically, you and I, our books. And so the Fed Reserve said, all right, we're gonna raise interest rates, and we're gonna cut down on what's on the books. And so during the press conference, they asked him, well, all right, well, okay, we get it. We understand you're going to stop QE, right? Inflation. To fight inflation, we got to get to 2% inflation. We're a little bit above that now, right? I've always taught you here, 2% is the magic number of inflation. We want inflation. Countries want inflation. That's what people don't get, but we want it at around 2%. We're a little bit above that now, and that's why we got to clamp down right now, raise those interest rates to deflate the money. In other words, strengthen the dollar a little bit, right? And so they asked him, they're like, all right, well, how much are you going to raise interest rates by? Basically what he said is, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. So I'll say it in Fed speak. He said, the rising of the interest rates will be determined by the situation in the market at the time. Okay, so that's the fancy way of saying, I don't know. We'll just see what it looks like when it's March. And so they were like, okay. Well, they weren't like, okay. Everyone's freaking out because no one knows the number, right? That's what everyone wants to know. How much are you going to raise it, right? Is this going to be a violent? It won't be, but imagine like, bang, 1% raise in one shot. It won't be, but fuck, that'd be crazy. That'd be pretty crazy. Bang! That would be pretty wild. It wouldn't be good for us, though. So it wouldn't be funny. But just overall, it would be because the world would fucking freak. But seriously, they asked him, how much are you going to raise interest rates? And he said, well, it'll be determined by the conditions in the market at the time. And so everyone's like, oh, fuck. So you don't know then. All right. So, and then they asked him, well, how much are you going to sell how much are you going to take off the books? Right? Because you should have a number of, and if I'm going to liquidate stocks, I liquidate them in an orderly manner, right? That's how you liquidate stuff. You just don't just sell it all, right? You kind of liquidate in an orderly fashion. Well, when you're a big thing like the Fed Reserve. Little people like us, yeah, we can liquidate whatever we want, right? But when you're talking like the numbers these guys are talking, you don't just dump that all on the market. You'd destroy the market, right? So how much are you going to liquidate? Same answer. Well, that'll be determined on the situation in the market at the time. And so that's what everyone's scared about. And that's why I'm telling you, it's just, you got to, March, April, mid-March into April is when we're going to start seeing any kind of swing to the upside, if we even get one this year. I want you all to remember this, and I don't mean to be a buzzkill. You know that. But I always talk the truth to you, right? Well, you guys remember 2019? Yeah, we went sideways the whole year. Remember your V-Chains, brothers? You who were here back in those days, sisters too? Remember your V-Chain back then? Between 0.003 and 0.007 all year long. In fact, remember, we didn't even get to 1 penny V-Chain until September of 2020. Remember that. It was a year and over a year and a half of straight sideways action. And that goes for all your coins. I just remember the VeChain one because that's the one I watched the most, right? But all the coins are doing that, right? Remember, all right, let's go to Bitcoin, right? The big daddy of it all, right? In 2019, after the bloodbath of 2018, remember Q1, Bitcoin was at $3,100, right? $3,100 in January 2019, right? Then it shot up to 9, remember that? And then it sunk all the way back down to 4-ish, 5-ish. And then it stayed between 4 and 7 the whole year long. Remember that. And then the next year, 2020, Bitcoin stayed between 4 and 7 all year. Remember this. November 2020, Bitcoin was only $9,000. Right? For over a year, almost 2 years, it stayed under 10. So, right, it was bouncing between 4 and 10-ish. Well, not 10-ish, 9-ish. Well, under 9. Between 4 and 8, let's say. So, I want you to remember that this market has its periods of blazing growth. But I want you to remember that from 2019 until the end of 2020, pretty much, we were totally sideways. That's 24 months. Oh, Shomari, man, what are you telling me, man? We're not going anywhere? I'm not saying we're not going anywhere. This is the year of regulatory clarity. And what I'm about to read to you, the Russians are about to bring their regs. And we're going to get the regs. But I just want you to remember that it's not just magical, right? We just don't fly for nothing. There has to be a catalyst. Why did we fly in 2020? Yeah, well, the OCC here in America said, all American federally registered banks, you can all now custody crypto. Bang! Right? That's what gave us that pump in 2020 to 2021, right? Right? Remember, Bitcoin got all the way to 75,000 in March? I know it was Q1 2021, right? We're at 75 grand. 25 cent fucking VeChain. Remember that, boys? Shit. I sure do. Yeah, I sure do. And so anyways, I sure do. And so look, I just want you to remember that. I mean, we need a catalyst, right? The catalyst that gave us that blast in 2020 at the end, Q4 2020 into Q1 2021, was the OCC. All right, well, we need another catalyst, right? More regs coming. And so this is the year of regulatory clarity, and this is the year that will give us our next push into the full-on tsunami. You know what I mean? But until we get clarity, right now, the markets are still iffy. Like I just told you, all right, QE's ending, but how hard is it going to end, right? QE is called quantitative easing. If you don't understand what QE is, it's quantitative easing. In other words, you're easing the market. You're basically giving the market free money. Well, it ain't free, but giving the market money at a super, 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 super low interest rate. Yeah, well, those days are over. It's like your daddy giving you a credit card, and he tells you, spend as much as you want, sweetie. Right? Every month. Yeah, go ahead. Just have at it, sweetie. But now he says, look, now he puts a limit on it. Only $1,000 a month. And, a couple months from now, he's going to put another limit. Only $500 a month, right? It gets lower and lower. You got to make up the money from what he's giving you, right? If your daddy lets you have a credit card like that, right? So that's basically what the Fed Reserve did. Well, all countries around the world, but the Fed Reserve is the biggest. Gave the markets a big old credit card and said, spend all you want. Not only did they give them a credit card, they were buying shit, putting it on the books. Yeah, those days are over now. And so everyone wants to know, well, how deep is this? It's called quantitative easing, but now what people are saying, it's kind of a joke, it's quantitative tightening, right? It was easing, now it's tightening. So anyway, so that's what's going on, guys. So use this opportunity to accumulate. But understand that, before March, don't expect much. So, I mean, use this time wisely to build your war chest. And then even, I'm going to tell you the truth, probably not till end of April-ish, May-ish, we're probably not going to start seeing rise. Because by then, everyone will position themselves. Everyone will have a feel of, all right, how much are we tightening, blah, 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 right? That's the problem right now, is that the Fed Reserve has just told us they're going to do it, but not by how much, or, yeah, you know what I mean? Not by how much. So, okay, guys. So, look, what do we talk about here? Oh, yeah. So, where were we? Sorry, guys. Thought I wanted to explain that to you, though. So, is there anything else to say? I don't know. There's nothing really else to say. Okay, so that's what's going on, guys. Crypto is a real market now. It's here in the real market world. And so the things that affect the traditional markets affect this as well. So the big boys aren't going to be pouring their money in here. The ones that can, even in Europe, even the Germans, until we find out what the Fed Reserve is going to do about these interest rates. And also the selling of the shit on the books. How much? All right, guys. So look. All right. We were at the 24-hour volume. All right. Yeah. So 24-hour volume is $66.5 billion. Pathetic. As you can see, no one's even coming here to play right now. Everyone's just keeping their money on the sideline until the Fed Reserve serves up the chicken. You know what I mean? All right, so we're at $66.5 billion. And when I left you yesterday, we're at $82.3 billion. So we have gone down $16 billion. All righty. Look, let's get to the stories. Let us get to these stories. Let's proceed. Bang! SEC postpones decision on Bitwise Bitcoin spot ETF application again. Again. Holy Bitwise. These motherfuckers, these guys are suckers for abuse. I mean, I think this is the fifth time, since we've been watching these from the beginning of the channel, right? Remember Jay Cockblocker Clayton, the SEC guy before this guy, before Powell, Big Brains, before Big Brains, right? That guy Clayton just kept denying them. So these guys are like, oh yeah, well, Big Brains is in there. Maybe we'll get through this time. God, no love. No love for Bitwise. The SEC is just showing zero love for these boys. I'm telling you, right? You guys remember, if you're new to this channel, I think we've read about 5 denials from these guys already. Denials/postponements. I think they even took one of their applications off the table for a time or something. Yeah, Bitwise. I mean, these boys are trying desperately. But everyone wants to be the first spot market one, right? The juice is worth the squeeze. I mean, I've told you before, applying to be having an ETF, it ain't cheap. It's not like you just go down the street to the local lawyer, fucking sign a few papers, and that's it. No, you got to have special lawyers to do this, like guys that cost, fucking $5-10 grand an hour type shit. You know what I mean? Like, making an ETF application costs millions and millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? It ain't, it's not like just like hiring some lawyer down the street to bail out your cousin Vinny from prison or from jail, whatever, right? It's not like that. And so these guys, but that shows you, right? These guys are like, fuck, this juice is worth the squeeze. We'll fucking spend $10 million per application. Yeah, they're probably down about 50 to 80 million right now in just denied applications. All right, enough. Let me just have a sip and we'll proceed. But it shows you how special they think it is, right? And actually the whole industry, everybody does, right? When's a spot ETF coming? And honest truth, when I think about it now, it's like, well, it's a great symbolism, but is it going to blast off Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin going to blast off because of it? I don't know. Because if you're desperate to get Bitcoin now, you can already get the futures ETFs, right? Which, as I've complained about here, is just tracking the price of the spot market, right? So But the symbolism of it is great. The symbolism is great. All right. So let's check it out. So, as usual, the SEC has refused to approve a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF application before it, instead choosing to postpone its decision again. So you all know how that works. They postpone it for 45 days, and then they end up denying it. All right. So the SEC asked for comment on Bitwise ETF application. Available information from a recent filing from the regulator revealed that it has postponed its decision on the proposal of Bitwise Asset Management ETF application. According to the filing, the SEC was postponing its decision because it needed more time to get more information about the application, which is the excuse they always use, right? So the SEC is requesting information on the expected trading volume, how the ETF plans to protect investors from fraud and manipulations, and other relevant matters as it relates to the application. So Bitwise has 21 days to respond to these requests. Notably, this is the second time that the foremost regulator would be choosing to postpone its decision on Bitwise ETF application. The decision was first postponed in December, before it was postponed again on February 1st. So, per Jake Chavinsky of the Blockchain Association, the new deadline for the Gary Gensler-led commission is August 14th. However, it could still choose to delay one more time to a final deadline of October 13th. So, again, you guys know I've talked about this ad nauseum. So the latest delays show SEC remains unconvinced about a Bitcoin spot ETF. Why? I'm not going to get too deep into it, but just if someone's new or they don't understand. They're allowing Bitcoin futures ETFs. Yeah, well, the futures are based on the spot market price. So why don't you just fucking get rid of the fucking futures and let's just get down to nitty gritty, right? Let's just get these panties off and let's just get right down to the spot market. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to dress it up for. Let's get right to the cooch. Yeah, I mean, just get right in there. The fuck? All right, guys. You all know what I'm talking about. So look, the SEC under Gary Big Brains Gensler has only approved Bitcoin futures ETF and has maintained that spot ETF applications open investors to fraud and manipulation, a situation it is seeking to avoid. So this has informed the SEC's decision to either reject or postpone its decisions on several Bitcoin spot ETF applications. For example, Valkyrie and Cryptoin saw their Bitcoin spot applications rejected in December. Bye, get that shit out of here. Based on the above reasons. Get that shit out of here. That's what the SEC said. So aside from this, the agency also postponed its decision on Grayscale's application. On the other hand, Bitcoin futures ETFs like ProShares, Valkyrie, and VanEck were approved by the commission last year. So, the whole beef. I've told you it. I've said it. So, we're going to watch all of them. We're going to watch all of them. And so here it is, another postponement. You boys know how it is. All right. Let's move on. Bang! Russia Finance Ministry says crypto regulation compromise coming within a month. Bang! Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you right now. I mean, I've said this before on this channel. I mean, I've said it since since the beginning of this channel, really. Governments don't mind their citizens owning crypto, right? Like, they don't care if you want to own it and it goes up in value and you make money off it. No problem. We'll tax you on the capital gains, right? They don't mind that. What governments don't like is they don't want people starting to spend this stuff on stuff, right? They're afraid that they're afraid that the Bitcoin maximalist dream will happen, right? That people will just say, yeah, fuck the Russian ruble, fuck the US dollar, fuck the euro, fuck the Japanese yen. I want to use this crypto stuff to buy stuff. And that's what they're afraid of. I mean, I've told you here before a million times, that's never going to happen. Soccer mom and dad are not going to wake up tomorrow and magically want to go buy something to go buy something. But it scares countries, right? It scares them, especially if your economy is not that stable. Your citizens, like in America, nobody in America is going to give up the greenback, is going to give up the dollar for a fucking Bitcoin or a Dogecoin, any fucking of that shit. Or in Europe either. I mean, or Japan, right? But I could see, if you're a shitty little country, and you know, your currency is hyperinflating, well, then it is worth it. Well, first of all, everyone just buys dollars when their country's currency is going shit. But they could also just buy crypto as well, right? Because at least the crypto goes up in value. With the dollar, you're stable, right? If I'm a Venezuelan, I buy American dollars just to have a stable currency, right? But if I want to actually make money, I'd buy Bitcoin, right? Because it will eventually go up in value. Obviously, if you bought Bitcoin last year and then it went to 75,000, now we're down at 30, what are we at here? 36. Yeah, that's a bummer, right? So it's not really, like they say, a hedge against inflation. Not so much, is it? It just inflated 40% in the past fucking what? 8 months? So not very good hedge against inflation. The dollar doesn't inflate 40% ever. And so so that's what's going down, right? Governments, they don't mind you owning it, right? Even India, right? I told you, we've read about it here. India, 19 of their seaports use Ethereum right now, right? India, well, China's a little different. They don't mind you using it, but they don't want you to be just having it. Like right now, we invest in it, right? China, it's like, well, you can buy it if you want to use it, but we don't really want you just hodling it. We don't really want our citizens just hodling this stuff. Whatever. But India is the prime example, right? They don't mind you owning it, but to buy stuff with it, I didn't read this to you, but I'll just tell you right now. India is saying, like, there's no way in fucking hell we're going to let people use this shit to buy stuff with, is basically what they said a couple days ago. I read you that other thing about the tax, the 30% tax. But that lady, the same finance minister in India, she said there's no fucking way in hell. Yeah, she almost said fucking way. Pretty much. That we're going to let people use this to spend stuff on, right? So you're not going to be able to buy retail stuff with it, right? Whereas here in America doesn't give a fuck, right? Money's money. America will let anyone make money anyhow they can, right? So you'll be able to buy and sell stuff with it here. But anyway, so that's the point, right? Countries are afraid that, maybe their citizens are like, yeah, fuck this. Fuck our dollar. Fuck our currency. Let's use this stuff. All right. Anyway, so now, the year of regulatory clarity. Here comes the Russians. Daggone Russians. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they better regulate crypto and let their people buy it. Because if Putin goes on and invades the Ukraine, yeesh. Let me tell you something about Russia. Russia is the biggest country in the world. It is a piece of shit. It's basically a gas station with a second-rate army and a dictator who's trying to get the glory of Mother Russia back. It's never going to happen, you fucking loser. This guy, he reminds me of the Turkish president Recep Tayyip Erdogan, right? He wants to get the glory of the Ottoman Empire back. Turkey used to run the Middle East before it was carved up by the British and the French, right? So he's trying to flex his muscles and, yes, be a great empire again. You know what I mean? And we're all just like, hey, fuck off, dude. And that's what Russia's like. And so they're going to need this daggone crypto, those Russian citizens. Because if they invade Ukraine, holy shit, that's going to be a shit show. We've already said, not just us, but the British, the French, have said, we're going to give the Ukrainians whatever arms they need to defend themselves. Yeah. Shoulder-fired missiles, all of it. All of it. We'll give it all of them. fucking night vision goggles, thermal scopes, all of it. Yeah, they're going to if they invade Ukraine, the NATO allies are going to make sure that many, many, many body bags go back home to Russia. Russia might win eventually, right? Yeah, but they'll be facing an insurgency for years. It's going to be a bloodbath for them. And a bloodbath on their economy. Because the sanctions that America is about to put on them, Menendez, he's the leader of the the Senate Foreign Relations Committee here in the United States. I love Foreign Relations Committee hearings. Anyways, he said he's creating the mother of all sanctions package. Yeah, the mother of all sanctions. He said if Putin invades Ukraine, We're going to put sanctions on them that have never, ever been seen in the history of the world. This shit's going to be crazy. So, yeah, buckle up for that. Let's see if Putin's got the balls. Yeah, that's what they're calling it. The mother of all sanctions. You know, whenever America says the mother of something, yeah, that's because it's the biggest and the baddest of something, right? Right? The mother of this, the mother of that. Holy fuck. That means you're in trouble. You're in trouble. That's code language for fuck, where you're going to fuck you up. All right? Yeah, so that's what they told Putin. We're going to give you the mother of all sanctions packages, fuckstick. So we'll see. But that's one of the other problems that are affecting the markets, right? Because you know how Europeans are. One guy goes to war against this guy jumps in, that one jumps in, next thing you're in a world war. Yeah, there are a bunch of miscreants over there in Europe. All right, but let's get to Russia and back to our, right, so, all right, let's just get back to crypto here. So, yeah, they're going to have crypto regs within a month, baby. Fucking buy. And this just isn't some guy in the Duma talking or something. This is the actual finance ministry. You know what I mean? That'd be the same as our, what the fuck do you call this guy? Treasury Department guy, right? All right, so let's check it out. Look. So Moscow has also set itself a new deadline on crypto regulation, claiming that it will broker a consensus on the matter within the space of a month. Everything is happening actively in the government. I think that some kind of decision will be taken quickly. My expectation is that the decision will be made within the space of a month, the Deputy Finance Minister, Alexei Moiseev, stated per Interfax. However, Moiseev conceded that the main point of common ground was that both we and the central bank are against crypto settlements. See, they do not want you spending it. That's what they don't like. That's what governments don't want. They don't want people spending this stuff. They don't mind you owning it and it gets profit. All right, you sell it and you make a profit. They don't care about that part. But they don't want you buying and selling goods and services within their borders. Is basically technically the way you say it, right? They do not want you buying goods and services with this stuff. Unfortunately, this will likely provide precious little in terms of grounds for discussion, as crypto settlements have already been outlawed in Russia. He continued, "It is not yet very clear how we will climb down from our respective positions, but we do not want to pardon the option. We do not want to abandon. How did he get pardoned? We do not want to abandon the option of a compromise in the future. I think that as we work on the matter, some kind of compromise will be formed." And that's what I'm telling you. The compromise is going to be, you can't buy and sell shit with this. You can use those blockchains. So if you want to spend your VThor on doing something on the VChain blockchain, fine. Right? If you want to spend your Ethereums on gas, playing around with some doing some smart contract shit or DApp thing, fine. But in terms of if you want to come out here and buy a Starbucks coffee with it, no. You know what I mean? You want to buy a pair of Levi's jeans with it? No. You can use it on that blockchain, or you can hodl it and make money off it when it goes up in value. But spending it just out here on retail products and services, no. That's going to be only our sovereign currency. So in this case, Russia would be the ruble. Only the ruble will be accepted as a settlement of purchase of goods and services within the borders of Russia, right? All right, you get it? I hope that made sense to you. That's a great compromise. I don't give a shit. Great. As long as people can buy this shit and the value goes up, fine with me. I wouldn't spend my shit. I wouldn't spend this shit on anything anyway. You're helping your citizens. Not be stupid. Waste their crypto on coffee. Anyways, the news comes after reports emerged claiming that the Russian government values the domestic crypto market in the US dollar $214 billion mark, a volatile figure that would put around 10% of all the crypto in circulation in Russian hands. Bloomberg reported that two sources, described as being close to the Kremlin, have explained that Moscow has drafted crypto hodlings estimates by examining a number of data indicators, including the IP addresses of some of Russia's busiest crypto exchange users. As reported, President Vladimir Putin last week stepped in to urge an end to the years-long deadlock between pro-crypto forces in the government and the staunchly anti-crypto central bank. With crypto adoption on the rise in Russia and mining-related issues now becoming pressing, parliamentarians had attempted to hurry up the glacial pace of regulatory progress by launching a government central bank industry crypto working group. All right, hold on. How much more of this shit is here? So here it is. Putin called them out, said, settle your differences, and issue the regulation. All right, here we go. Suggests that the executive is now running out of patience with the stalemate, right? So Putin is basically pissed off. There's anti-crypto folk, there's pro-crypto folk. He's like, listen, assholes, come to a fucking agreement and let's get her done, right? So prior to wading in, all right, we'll just read this fucking shit. Prior to wading in with an opinion of its own, the Kremlin appears to have carried out its own investigations into the scope of Russian nationals' crypto hodlings, hence the new calculations. MPs and the central bank have previously stated they believe Russians own collectively about $65 billion worth of tokens. So in January, the central bank called for a total ban on crypto and crypto mining, an option that was categorically ruled out both by the Ministry of Finance and by other ministries. So the central bank tried to ban it. Everyone was like, fuck no, we're not banning it. So since then, the central bank has repeated its calls for a ban on crypto mining, citing environmental and societal concerns. But some MPs have reacted angrily to the demands, claiming that the central bank's stance risks turning Russia into an international laughingstock. And so there you go. So there's internal battles within Russia. The central bank is anti-crypto. Everyone else is like, fuck no, we're not going to not participate in and with this new asset class. And so Putin is fed up with it. He's fed up with it. I mean, you guys remember here in 2019, early Q1 2019, Putin said he wanted crypto regs by that June. Yeah, well, it's 2020 fucking 2 now, right? That's the argument that's been going on. Right? The central bank hating on crypto, and the Duma, that's the Congress of Russia, the Parliament of Russia, just bickering. And finally, Putin again is saying, listen, stop with this shit. I want the regs. And so, I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's, like I said, in 2019, he said this already. I want regs by June, and they didn't happen, right? And so, but this is the finance ministry saying it looks like it's going to happen within a month. So we shall see. All right, let's move on. Bang! U.S. lawmakers reintroduce bill to stop the IRS from taxing crypto. Wait. What the fuck is this? No. This isn't what we're supposed to be reading. Hold on a second, guys. What the fuck is this shit? All right, here we are. Fuck. All right. The big four are gearing up to become crypto and blockchain auditors. Bang! So, you all know the big four auditors of the earth. Ernst & Young. What are their names? Shit. I think DNVGL. No. KPMG, Ernst & Young. Fuck, and there's two more. Anyways, the big four auditors. So these guys are the guys who, when your country goes bankrupt or fucks up, gets in a recession, these guys are the ones that come and look over the books. And so you can see now they're gearing up to be able to look at crypto holdings and blockchain audits. In other words, they know that this is about to become a thing for. So first of all, the big four, they audit, mega corporations, Microsoft, Ford, GM, Boeing, big companies, Volkswagen, just whatever, like big ones like that, right? And they know that these guys are going to start hodling crypto on their own. I mean, look at Tesla. I mean, it is Elon Musk, so you take this with a grain of salt, but the guy did buy $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, right? And they know that other companies and corporations and governments and stuff are going to do that. And so they want to be able to be ready to be able to audit those books correctly. And so, here they come. Here they come. All right, let me get a sip and we'll continue. All right, blockchain technology, along with the adoption of cryptocurrencies, is gaining momentum. The enterprise blockchain market is expected to reach $21 billion over the next 5 years, just 11 years on, and both sectors have matured greatly, resulting in well-established organizations taking the technology more seriously as they tackle challenges that come with implementing blockchain and the use of digital assets. Unsurprisingly, professional services giants are among those taking a larger role in tackling new market challenges. The Big Four firms and Fortune 500 companies are working with a number of blockchain and crypto companies on ways to combat regulatory uncertainty, interoperability challenges, consensus models, and development of the technology. Henry Arslanian, PricewaterhouseCoopers, that's another one, PwC, so this is PricewaterhouseCoopers Global Crypto Leader, told Cointelegraph that the Big Four firms specifically have a very important role to play in the advancements of the cryptocurrency ecosystem, saying, although Bitcoin was designed with a trustless ideology, the reality is that the industry still required trusted entities to catalyze the development of the ecosystem. Arslanian noted that when he first joined PricewaterhouseCoopers 3 years ago, not many people took crypto seriously. However, it's a little fucking different now, isn't it? However, he saw fast growth, which drove the company's Hong Kong firm to start accepting Bitcoin payments from clients 2 years ago. Since then, PricewaterhouseCoopers has formed crypto teams in 20 countries, consisting of 200 people in total that work on crypto-related projects. Just within the cryptocurrency sector, we've conducted over 350 engagements in the last 18 years. Years. 18 months. Arslanian said, PricewaterhouseCoopers crypto teams are not only focused on tax and accounting challenges, but audits and assurance services are also in demand, right? Like, like in Wall Street, well, in your country too, a lot of firms, trading desks and everything. Yeah, they have to have an on-site, what do you call this? I guess an auditor, right? Like, you remember the Wolf of Wall Street, the movie Wolf of Wall Street, and they had that guy in that little room, right? And he was shredding all those documents, right? Oh, sorry, was that Wolf of Wall Street? Well, in both movies, in Boiler Room, so there was another movie called Boiler Room, another one, The Wolf of Wall Street, and there's that little guy in the room. Yeah, he's an auditor, right? He checks the books daily, right? But you can pay those guys off, and they'll fucking shred whatever you want, right? All right, so anyways, that's what they're saying here. They want, more auditing services and blah, blah, blah. All right, anyways, who gives a shit? So, over the last couple of months, we've expanded our work. We recently closed the first ever crypto fundraising deal at PricewaterhouseCoopers, in which we led a $14 million Series A round for a Swiss-based crypto firm with Asian family offices. We're also the auditor for BC Group, a publicly listed crypto company in Hong Kong. Whoops. Hold on, some miscreants at my door. 1 second. All right, we're back. All right, where were we here? Where were we? Oh, why are audits important? So the Big Four firms play a critical role when it comes to performing audits for crypto and blockchain companies. BC Group CEO Hugh Madsen told Cointelegraph that PricewaterhouseCoopers has served as the company's official auditor for 2 years now. Look. Exactly. When PricewaterhouseCoopers or KPMG or Ernst & Young do your books, yeah, well, and you give them to the government, right? That's solid, right? That's why, so here's an example. This Tether thing, right? Tether, right? People want to know, do you really have the money there? Yeah, well, if you really did have the money, I'm not saying that they're a scam, or I'm not saying it's bullshit. I'm just saying if you really had the money there, you would hire a firm like PricewaterhouseCoopers to do your audit, right? Not some shitty little company, right? Because once PricewaterhouseCoopers does your audit and says, yeah, Tether's got the money, all right, that's it. Everybody knows you got the money. You see what I'm saying? PricewaterhouseCoopers, Ernst & Young, the big four, when they audit your books, that's it. That's enough said. No one asks any questions after that. Okay, so the public fintech and digital asset company is the parent company of the OSL digital asset platform. According to Madden, BC's vision is to make use of digital assets in Asia's capital markets. In turn, the company must set standards for performance, security, and compliance. So he said auditing is like regulatory clarity. Provides confidence to all stakeholders that companies are operating transparently and adhering to expected industry standards. Exactly. That's what I was just saying about Tether. Right? If Tether hired PricewaterhouseCoopers, Ernst & Young to do the audit for them, and they came out positive, well, that would be it. No one would ask questions about Tether anymore. That's why you got to ask yourself, why isn't Tether using those kind of guys, right? Everybody knows that. I'm not saying they're a scam. I'm not saying not, but just use your head now. Ask a couple questions. Questions are the answers you might need. All right, so look. As the business of digital assets continues to grow and mature, compliance and regulatory standards become more robust, auditors will continue to play a pivotal role. Only how much more is this? All right. Madden further noted that it's complex for a digital asset firm to undergo an audit, mentioning that it specifically involves valuation methodology and proof of control, covering both cash and digital assets. It also includes independent verification of financial records against public blockchain data, right? So that's how they're going to have to do it, right? They got to prove you control the asset, and then they're going to use verification of the transactions by checking out the, what are they called? Block explorers or something, right? Where you can look at all the blocks and all this, transactions. All right, so last year, Big Four firm KPMG, as well as Forbes Insights, conducted a survey to determine how important auditing and blockchain expertise is for finance executives. The finding shows that 79% of these professionals expect their auditor to provide an understanding of blockchain's impact on their business or the financial reporting environment. Bang! So that's why these boys are getting ready. Because when these companies start buying this shit and using it, buying it, whatever, investing in it, well, they want to know that the auditor they choose can audit that properly, right? You don't want your auditor coming in, doesn't know what he's doing. Your books are wrong. And then the IRS takes a look at your books and is like, this is bullshit. And then you get audited by the IRS. That's a different audit. That's an audit because you owe money and you're in trouble, right? Well, not necessarily. That's not true. Because sometimes the IRS audits people and you don't get in trouble. All right. So, but just, you want to make sure that there's no chance of you getting in trouble, right? Or anything. Obviously, it's your company's reputation on the line and stuff, right? You don't want people thinking you're cooking the books. Enron style, huh? Look, if you're new to this channel, I want you to watch a video. It's online. You can watch it for free. It's called Enron, the smartest guys in the room. Enron, Enron, the smartest guys in the room. Watch that. You'll see the shenanigans. Oh, yeah, the shenanigans. All manner of miscreant behavior. All manner of it going on out there. And that's why you have auditors like these to prove to people that you are not up to any shenanigans. You're clean. You're a good boy. Or a good girl. A good girl. Yeah. That's how you got to do it, brothers. You got to get one of the big four. And then everyone will believe you. You don't want to end up like Enron. I tell you, watch that. It's a documentary called Enron, the smartest guys in the room. Yeah, multi-billion-dollar company. Oh, Time Magazine, Men of the Year, shit like that. They were doing all manner of miscreant behavior. All manner of fuckery. All right. If they had KPMG, they wouldn't have got away with that for so long. All right. Seriously, though. Well, that is serious, but let's just get back to this shit. KPMG United States blockchain audit leader Eric Brown further told Cointelegraph that an organization's blockchain system should be developed with the intent to meet both operational and accounting needs to comply with accounting standards and other regulatory requirements. SEC issuers will want to design blockchain technologies to support the entity's internal control over financial reporting. Being able to demonstrate how these technologies achieve their objectives in a well-controlled environment is critical to a successful blockchain strategy. If the technology is not auditable, the immense benefit it brings, such as increasing efficiencies and cutting costs, may not be realized. All right, man, fuck all this. They're going to help them. All right, I'm just going to tell you. So they're going to help companies build compliant blockchain systems for when they buy and sell crypto. And they're going to provide detailed reports. Obviously, they're the big four. Is this enough? Well, it's going to have to be because they're the big four. All right, we're not reading all of that. Look, you guys get it. Well, I just want to impress upon you. We didn't have to go through every detail like that. But I want to impress upon you that, yeah, here come the big four, right? They realize, oh, this crypto thing, it's real. This blockchain thing, it's real. And we have to provide systems in which we can audit companies' use of, purchase of, holding of these crypto assets and give them proper reports for taxation purposes, right? For auditing purposes. And so that's why this is such good news, because that shows that these guys know, they know what's coming, right? Like they're preparing themselves now for when there's full regulatory clarity and all sorts of companies are jumping on board. Like what the CEO of that one company says, he said, we want an auditing firm that is going to be able to handle, basically is what he said in a paraphrasing here, but he said that'll be able to handle the fact that we are in the crypto space, right? That they'll be able to audit us in a regulatory compliant way in which we're not going to get in trouble, right? Later down the road. Because that's why you depend on KPMG, Ernst & Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and that is that those books are solid. Once they give you the seal of approval, that's it. You know what I mean? And so they want to make sure, that's why you hire those kind of guys, and that's what they want. All right. So look, and so the big four are doing it. They are gearing up to become crypto and blockchain auditors. Bang! Meaning that the big boys are not going to have to fear. Okay. Of getting into this space, right? All right. Let's get to the shout outs. Bang! What we got here? New follower. Prabwana TP. All right. Lover of the team with the bang. Not sure what language that was. Saibi J. Recreate the magic. All right. Lover of the team with the bang. Crypto Sar. Lover of the team with the bang. What's up, Dino? Manny. Mein Social Hub. Afnule Shorg. Moktin Virux. All right, look. This guy's sounds German or something. Look, lever the sea with the bang. I don't want to embarrass myself trying to read it. All right. Crypto and Earn Money bot. I'm a Twitter bot. We tweet all from crypto and money. All right, buddy. Bang. Yes. Robbie Hardaway. Been with us so long. My brother from the multiverse. His picture's in black and white. Bang. Grunchable. Lever the sea with the bang. DP Entertainment. So, brother. Lever with the sea with a bang. Sir Royal Charles. Lever with the sea with a bang. Look, Universal Misanthrope. holding all the insurgency in Central Europe. Levered by the Sea Brother. Bang. Abundantly me. Levered by the Sea Brother and the kid. Bang. BNM, connecting the dots. Levered by the Sea Brother. Bang. Yes, KJ Gatsby, pushing that chicken. Haha. Levered by the Sea Brother. Bang. Keep pushing that chicken, brother. Almost there, almost there. Andrew Richard, the enforcer. Look, fuckstick. Settle down. Get your hand off the ledger. Settle down. Huddle. The juice is worth the squeeze. Lever by the Sea Brother. Bang. Okay. So we got first and second. Sir Andrew Richard. Yes. You have fought. You were deep in the jungles, honing your skills of mastery of warfare, and having leapt from the jungles, from the bowels of the pits of the darkness of the jungles, you seized upon your enemies, and you slaughtered them one by one. Thus capturing the kingdom. And the kingdom is yours alone. Long live the king. Bang! All right, Andrew gets a kingdom for himself. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. It's hard work out there. Trying to be a kingdom master. Good work, brother. All right. MD Iman. Letter with the sea with the bang. Oh, we did these yesterday. All right. Yeah, we did all that. Really? Is that everybody? Wait. Well, all right, then. That's how it goes, then. Let's get back to the Death Star. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. All right. We had a great show for you today. So, of course we did. All right. So, I hope everyone's having a nice day. Let us wrap this puppy up. So, first story, SEC postpones Bitwise spot ETF. So, those boys at Bitwise, they're just gluttons for punishment. They've been denied. Like I said, I think this is the fifth time. Well, sorry. This isn't denial. They're just postponed. It's just postponed. The decision is postponed, so they haven't been denied yet. Right. They haven't been totally killed. It's for spot ETF. Big brains. He doesn't seem to be down with the spot ETF stuff at all. And so, not surprising. And, that's what it is. We watch these. We report about them. You guys know what it is. Let's move on. Bang. Sorry, Bitwise. Now, there's some good stuff. Russia crypto regs within a month, says the finance ministry. So not just some politician, but the actual finance ministry said it. And so, like I said, we've watched it here before. In 2019, Vladimir Putin was like, I want regs. And they've been arguing ever since, right? The central bank and all the politicians have been arguing ever since. And so it looks like this time maybe he's putting his foot down like, I mean it this time. Yeah, you fucking stupid politicians. I mean it this time. Give me some daggone regs. And and like I said before, countries don't mind people owning crypto, right? They don't mind you owning IOTA, Chainlink, Singularity Net, whatever. Like, they don't give a shit. They don't want you spending it, right? They don't want you. They don't want it to be accepted as a payment for goods and services. And so, one of the politicians or someone that was in this article said, the finance minister said we're going to come up to some compromise, and that's probably going to be the compromise. Yeah, settle down. We're not going to let people buy stuff with it, but we're going to let our people own the shit. Why not? And people to use it. Some people are actually going to, use these distributed apps and use these smart contracts and metaverses when they arrive and stuff. And so probably has to use crypto for that. And so, we don't mind our citizens owning it, hodling it, using it in the crypto sphere. But out here in the real world, the only currency that is going to be accepted for goods and services is going to be the Russian ruble, right? And so I think that's reasonable. I think that's great. Fine with me. That doesn't affect our money, right? As long as the Russians can buy this and hodl it, that's all that we care about. If they can have it in their 401ks, even better, right? So, but we'll see what the compromise is, right? Obviously, we don't know yet, so I'll keep you posted. Bang! You know how we do, watching them regs. And then finally, big four auditors gear up for blockchain and crypto auditing. Yeah, well, that shows you they know that companies are going to start hodling this, buying this, staking it, all this stuff with it. You're going to have to be able to audit that up to the standards of the regulations of the country that that corporation resides in, which you're auditing, right? And so, yeah, they're gearing up already. Getting ready, prepared. And so that when the chicken is dropped, when the regulatory clarity is dropped, when the regs are dropped, all right, they'll be able to fit it into their system right away, right? Each country is going to be different, so, but what did they say? They had crypto teams around the world already, so they're kind of waiting, right? They're already prepared. I mean, come on, these guys are big mega auditors, so they've got teams already waiting. They've already designed their systems of auditing. Now it's a matter of, okay, finding out from each government, okay, what do you have to report, and then just plugging that in, right? And so, bang! The big four here is good news. That means that the big boys around the world, the banksters, the hedge funds, all of them, yeah, they're not going to be afraid to come here because they're going to be like, yeah, my books will be audited by KPMG. My books will be audited by PricewaterhouseCoopers. My books will be audited by Ernst & Young. No problem. Right? So great stuff. I know it's boring a little bit, auditing and taxes, but that's what it takes. That's what this place needs. You know, the stuff that makes a market is boring. Custody, insurance, auditing. You don't have a market without those kind of boring stuff. It's not all the fancy, sexy up and down of prices. It's the background, what allows us to make money off these prices, right? Okay, guys? So auditing, I know it's boring, but, well, you've learned something today. And on that note, let's chill it and kill it. Bye. Let's get you back to your wives and lives. Subscribe below and press that bell. You get an automatic notification when I do the show. The greatest show on earth. The greatest show. Hook. In the multiverse. Bang! My name is Shomari Clarke. I love talking money. Bang! I love talking crypto. Bang! This is the favorite time of my day. So thank you for having me home. And I'll see you tomorrow for another fun fact-filled day of crypto talk. Until then, subscribe here and press the bell. Bang! Watch that video there. Get your mind right. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Love you, brothers and sisters. Always watching that money. And look. More importantly, Shomari Clarke, I am always on duty. Bye. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Over and out.